I think this entire situation right now can just be summed up with a. I accidentally turned it off. This whole situation can be summed up with a moment right here. A big, bruh. That's what this entire situation is, because this is not the first time Ivory Tower and Ubisoft had tried to sneak crew credit only cars monetization like this into the crew. Going back way in the day to the crew 1. When they released the Zonda Pagani, they released that into the crew. You can only buy it at first with crew credits. It wasn't until afterwards where they reversed course and said, "We're sorry. Well, here you can buy with in-game money." Here, as you can see, I can't do my green screen when I'm on here because it'll just bleed through my shirt. This is the Star Edition for the Crew 2. New car that they just added in today, alright? It's a variant of the Mitsubishi Eclipse, which you can buy in-game for in-game money. But this is a variant that comes with a bunch of special effects, most of which look all ugly, but whatever. Different strokes for different folks. It's called the Star Edition. But the only problem is, unlike the original Mitsubishi Eclipse, which you can buy with in-game money, you can only buy this with crew credits. Now, okay, how much? Well, my friend, I went in to go take some evidence, like a officer going in canvassing a crime scene. The bundle, the Star Edition bundle, costs 125,000 crew credits, okay? That's if you have the season pass. I have the season pass, but if you don't have the season pass, it costs you 180 crew credits, okay? Now, let's go here. It costs you it costs to get 100,000 crew credits, it costs you $10 right off the bat. So even if you do have the season pass, you're still gonna be spending 10, if not even more, dollars, depending on how much crew credits you already have. You're gonna be spending $10 to get this car. But if you're unlucky and you don't have the season pass, you're gonna have to spend nearly $20, if not $20, to get the car. If you don't have the season pass. First off, spending, like, why would you want to spend $15 on a car in the Crew 2? The Crew 2 already a pretty not fun game, but like you could already buy the car, like it's on its own variant in game. Like the Star Edition literally adds nothing to this game. This is just a shoddy, like this feels very shoddy. This isn't new content. I wouldn't classify a new car that you have to spend real world money for new content for a game. And Ivory Tower's been adding a lot of sick cars recently into the game. YouTuber GeForce uploaded a comparison between the Eclipse and the Star and found that they're pretty much the same. Like it doesn't have more power than the regular Eclipse. So at least we kind of dodged a bullet with that one, where there's no, like, we're buying this car, spending $15 on this car is not going to put you at a competitive advantage, which is good. I'll leave a link to this video in the description. But what's to say that Ivory Tower won't put in a car for real world money that gives you a competitive advantage? What is to say that Ubisoft won't do the same thing? Ubisoft already has a murky track record with microtransactions, and like, what's stopping them from doing this? If we don't stop this shit right now, if we don't call Ivory Tower out on their bullshit now, they're just gonna continue fucking doing dumb shit like this. And Ivory Tower already has a track record for doing dumb shit, even though the community said, no, that's bad. We don't want this. Do something, like, give us PvP. Remember the PvP fiasco, where we all said, no, give us PvP before fucking hovercrafts, and they didn't listen. Like, Ivory Tower already doesn't listen to the community, it seems. So, like, if we don't stop this shit now, what's going to stop them from adding in more cars like this? It may look like I'm putting my tinfoil hat on, but we've seen this time and time again in this industry. Not even just with Ubisoft games, but with EA games as well. Look back at Need for Speed Payback. Need for Speed Payback wasn't too long ago, friends. And remember that game? Like, we should have called, like, back then, I was a bit of a Need for Speed fanboy riding off of 2015. I should have fucking called that game out, like, right off the bat there, when I realized that this is going to be a microtransaction loot-based ness. And that's what the Crew 2 is starting to become. The loot already itself, the RNG loot, that's already bad enough. But now they're adding in cars that you have to spend real-world money for if you want them. Now, granted, this car, you don't need to buy it. It doesn't put you at a competitive advantage. You can get the original Eclipse for in-game money. But again, if we don't stop this bullshit now, then shit like this, we're going to start getting cars that do have competitive advantages and do cost real-world money only. And that's not good. That's not fair to the people who have been playing the game for how long, and people who actually are very competitive in the game. That's fucking bullshit. And even though the crew community is fucking more divided than the United States at this point, everyone on the forums seems to be literally like saying this is fucking wrong. And here is an actual statement from Ubi Guide Heel. I butchered your name there. I'm sorry about that. Hi y'all, I wanted to give a bit of context for the Star Edition, given that it ended up popping up out of the blue. This wasn't our intention. It's simply down to some crossed wires with the communication on our end. Again, Ivory Tower has never been good with fucking communication. Like, that's not surprising. Not the first time it's happened, so apologies for the community. Even they agree that they're awful at communication. The intention with a CC-only special edition was to introduce an exclusive, cosmetically different version to an existing stock vehicle. The intention was specifically not to create a pay-to-win situation with a paid SE performing better than its stock model. We don't believe that the Star Edition performs better than the standard Eclipse, but are very keen to get your feedback on whether this is not the case. Regarding the cosmetic aspect, this is a tricky one to tackle given that the game's physics take vehicle bodies into account, and different kits therefore lead to different perfs. We can't just apply a carbon copy of a physics and handling model to two different vehicles and have their performances exactly on par. As such, the physics and 3C's team hand-tuned the vehicles to get as close as possible to the sweet spot, but with a handcrafted artisan product, that means that no two vehicles are really the same, especially when you want them to be virtually very different. What is supposed to be a cosmetic exclusive, therefore, technically isn't just that, but our objective was to get as close as possible. Damn, I can't fucking read today. I hope this clarifies the intent behind the vehicle a little. As mentioned above, we're very keen to hear your opinion on a Star Edition, so thank you in advance for your input. Hope this clarifies intent behind the vehicle a little. No, it fucking didn't. Why? Like, again, this seems to be universally hated in the crew community, which is good. I'm glad people from both sides are fucking taking this and saying, what the fuck? No, stop. Like, don't do this. Because this is objectively awful. Again, they said that, like, this car isn't more powerful than the stock Eclipse. But what's stopping them from buffing it in the future, you know? Like, there's nothing stopping them from doing that. There's nothing stopping them from introducing more cars in the future where you have to pay to get them. If we don't stop Ivory Tower and Ubisoft in their tracks right here, right now, then they're just going to continue monetizing this game to hell and back. And I doubt anybody wants that now. That's it for me tonight. OBS fucked up my ending here, but yeah, if we don't stop Ivory in their tracks, more shit like this will happen. That's it for me tonight. If you like this video, be sure to rate, comment, favorite, subscribe. If you want to see more Crew 2 stuff, I have plenty of that on my channel. But that's it for me tonight. Have a good one, guys.